Are you still mentioning the possibility of snow?
No, not right now. Maybe, okay, a few flakes, possibly. I don't really think so. Things are not really trending that way, Alan. We know it's coming later on, but not for the next several days, because at least through Saturday, we're inching our way closer to that 70-degree mark. Hey, how about that sky in Minot right now? Blue skies, 59 degrees, light south winds, the colors here with the sun setting in the west. Nice image here from Minot and all of our Skywatch cameras. Right now, the temps are quite pleasant here for an early fall evening, near 60 degrees. We are at 60 in Bisman, 61 Dickinson, a little cooler into eastern North Dakota. Very good reason for that, in fact, because that's the center of a surface high pressure. We can even see that here because the wind under the center of the surface high is light, really non-existent. And look at this in Jamestown. We have no pressure gradient anywhere near Jamestown here. The pressure at surface is all relatively high. And again, the pattern around that surface high is a clockwise fashion. That's why to the east, the wind is coming from the north in Minnesota. You get toward the west side of this high. And look at this. We got a light south wind now, southeast Bismarck at 8 miles per hour. So really, you can denote by the wind field the pattern of these pressure centers. And in this case, that high pressure, because of the clockwise flow, it's under the center of the high where we have the coolest air. That's exactly why northeast North Dakota, Minnesota under a freeze warning for tonight. But that pressure gradient helping to keep those winds a little bit stronger here for tonight. That's going to mix the air. That's going to prevent us from freezing in most areas. We don't have any frost or freeze advisories to speak of for tonight. Henniker, we might be around 30 degrees, 31 here for tonight, but we would expect that here into getting into mid-October. But it's also going to result in some of the highest winds here tomorrow morning in southwest North Dakota, and then ramping up toward the central reaches of the state, both North and South Dakota. Mobridge might have winds that possibly getting up to 40 miles per hour. For the rest of us, maybe between about 30 and possibly upwards of 35 miles per hour. It's going to be a breezy day, that's for sure. The wind's gradually backing off tomorrow night, and not a lot of wind on Thursday. But the air quality, certainly great given the surface winds here. No smoke to be had here across the northern plains. Quite nice. Clear skies, another good viewing of that nearly full moon here for tonight. Again, near 40 for most areas. A few pockets of freezing, perhaps in southwest North Dakota. But a great looking Wednesday here, despite the breeze, of course. Looking for that southeast wind of 20 to 30 miles per hour, highs near 70, but a wind shift with yet another center of a high moving through for Thursday afternoon and night. Before that arrives, we're looking at highs in the low 70s here, but with high pressure, that means that pressure gradient relaxes. Not much wind compared to tomorrow. So Thursday and Friday, less wind than tomorrow. Overnight lows, again, will be mostly in the mid to upper 30s, around 40 degrees. Gorgeous Wednesday weather. And what about Thursday? Look at this. Widespread low to maybe mid 70s on the way. Great. Just love this time of year when it's cool in the morning. Afternoons are great. Lots of sunshine. Bit of a system approaching for the weekend, not to the likes of this past weekend, but more of a scattering of a few showers here and there. Cooling back down to 50s next week, but for now, well, Saturday, despite the chance for rain, 70s.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.